Welcome, Wolf and Wolfettes, to Wolf Quest episode 3. Now today we're going to be moving on from the fallow deers and also from ducklings, and instead we're going to be going to look for an insect. Now it's been a very hot summer, and every time we have really hot summers in my area there seems to be a massive amount of grasshoppers. Now for some reason this year all of the grasshoppers have seemed to be a really light, sort of like a tan, sort of brown colour. So I think what we're going to do in this episode of Wolf Quest is we're going to go and search for some grasshoppers, but our main objective, our bonus objective as you will, is going to be to find a nice bright green grasshopper. So we're going to see how many grasshoppers we can find, but if we can find a green one, then we're going to give ourselves some bonus points. Now, it's very breezy today, so I did want to try and record the noise of these grasshoppers. I don't know if it's grasshoppers or cricket, I might be getting it wrong. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but grasshoppers or crickets, whichever one it is. I wanted to try and record the noise they make, but it's very breezy today, so you might not necessarily be able to hear them, but I'll try and record it and we'll see how we do. There's currently a plane going over which you might be able to hear too. But yeah, it's really breezy today, but it's also really hot, so we should be able to find some of these grasshoppers. Now, one of the big problems I'm having at the moment is all of the grass has been cut by the council. So a lot of the places that I normally find the grasshoppers are gone. So I'm having to look for a couple of new locations. Now, there's one quite far away from where I currently am, and I don't think they cut that grass because it's right deep in the forest, so I don't think you can get any like tractors into the forest. And there is also another spot pretty close to me, but it's a very prickly bush where we should definitely be able to find some grasshoppers, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to them because it's like really prickly. But I've got some gloves, so we'll see how we do. So yeah, that's our mission today, find some grasshoppers and try and find a nice bright green one. So yeah, let's do it, Wolf and Wolfettes. Have a look at this. I don't know if you can see it very well because I'm in a very shaded area, but right here is a burnt out car. You know, I just thought I would show you because I was walking along looking for these grasshoppers and I thought, you know what, that reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn. Doesn't it look like something from Horizon Zero Dawn? Look at it. I mean, I'll bring the camera closer in a minute, but doesn't that look like something from Horizon Zero Dawn? Flipping hell. But yeah, back to the mission. I'm not too far away from the location now, so hopefully we can find some grasshoppers. Let's do it. Okay, we've reached the location. It's actually a really cute little area, you know, because this entire area is surrounded by trees. It's like a proper big forest, you know, and then there's this like random gap in the trees that lets all the sun in, and you've got this like nice little grassy area right here, and there's quite a few grasshoppers here. Now they're not normally this quiet. Normally you can hear them very loudly, but I think because they know I'm filming a video, they all want to be trolls and they want to make it really hard for me to find them. But yeah, we're going to give it a go. We're going to see if we can find a few, and I'm going to try and get some nice shots with the camera, and if that works out well, maybe I'll try and catch a few, because I've got a little plastic container with me. I'll try and catch a few, and then we'll have a look at them nice and closely. Obviously, I mostly want to find a nice green grasshopper, you know. If we find some brown ones, that's lovely, but the main mission is to find a green one. So let's do this. There we go. I've found one. I've got no idea if it's green. I'm really sweating at the moment. I look like an absolute mess, but I think that might be a green grasshopper. I don't know how well you can see it. I'm going to try and zoom in a bit more, so if the footage goes blurry, I do apologise, but look. Oh shit. It's right, it's sort of there. I think you can see it. I can't really move anything because it might jump. Let me try and move. Oh man, let me try and move something out of the way. Oh shit, I think I've lost it. There it is. Do you see it? A very nice green grasshopper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and capture it. See if I can get it in a nice little pot so we can have a proper look at it. So I'll be back in a second. I need to go and get my pot. Fingers crossed I don't lose this little devil. Really well camouflaged. It took me way longer than I thought it would. I couldn't even find any brown ones, to be honest. But let me go and get a little pot. I lost it. I went to go and get the pot and I lost it, you know. I knew it was going to happen. I left my camera here, so I knew exactly where to return to, but it's hopped away. So I've got this little plastic pot here. It was actually filled with ice cream, but I've kept it for this occasion. But it's jumped away. But hopefully you guys and girls saw the footage of that green grasshopper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to another location. The problem is this location, there is a lot more grasshoppers around there, but there's also a lot more people, you know. I don't really want to be interrupted by people just walking around, you know, and they always get nosy. They always come up to me and ask what I'm doing and stuff instead of just leaving me to it, you know. So I'm going to go to another location. Fingers crossed there isn't many people around, and we'll try and catch a few. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, right, I've reached the location. You should be able to hear an absolute ton of grasshoppers. There's currently nobody around, so I might be in with a bit of luck. You might have just seen a bunch of fallow deers though. The fallow deers are everywhere at the moment, and they've also had a lot of their babies. So hopefully you saw in that footage there was actually a couple of baby fallow deers, a couple of fawns if you want to get technical. Because what is it? You've got a stag, which is a boy. You've got a doe, which is a female, and you've got a fawn, which is a baby deer, ain't ya? I think that's correct. I might be completely wrong, but yeah, there's a lot of fawns around at the moment. But yeah, let's try and catch ourselves a grasshopper. God, yeah. Oh, that took stupidly long. I bet I look like a cat. I bet I look like a bloody cat, didn't I? Here we go. Let's see if you can see it. At the moment, it's sitting on a lid. Not sure if you can see it very well. Ah, here we go. Can you see it? It's very green as well. I'm not sure if you're getting the full light picture because of the blurry plastic. I mean, I'm gonna try and take it out of the plastic container, and then we can have a look at it up close. Right, let's do this carefully. It's gonna jump immediately, and I'm gonna lose it. I know I am. I think it might have a bit of an injured leg. I'm not sure though. It doesn't want to come out now. It doesn't want to come out at all. Look. I think it might have a bit of an injured leg. It doesn't seem to be walking very well. Yeah, you see how it's dragging its leg. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this one, and I'm going to try and find a more healthy one, because I don't want to be bothering this little guy. So we'll see if we can find another one. But yeah, mission accomplished. We found a green grasshopper. Okay, he's gone. Let's go and find another one. Look at the size of this bad boy. It's massive. Absolutely massive. I've never seen a grasshopper this big. Hopefully you can see it well. I think I caught something else in the pot as well. There's like a little fly in there, so I got 2 for the price of 1. Look at the size of it. It's massive. Hopefully you can see it. Let me turn the camera off, and I'll bring the camera over a bit closer. Okay, the other one managed to get away when I was trying to record some very close shots. So I found another one, but this one looks a little bit more brown. This is the colour I was talking about at the beginning of the video when I said that there was loads of like brown grasshoppers everywhere, and there wasn't many green ones. Well, I've managed to get a more brown coloured one. I want to try and get them in my hand, then you can see, I think a grasshopper just jumped to my ear. I don't know if you saw that. Flipping hell, oh, that would have been funny if there was one walking on my cheek, as long as it ain't a spider. But yeah, I'm going to try and get this one on my hand so we can have a nice up close look. It's not as big as the other one, mind you, but look, you can see it in here. See it? Yeah. I'm actually getting pretty good at catching them now. But they all seem to be having like very weird legs. Like 2 of them had like damaged legs. The other one was fine. That big one was fine. Pretty much, if you want to find a big grasshopper, follow the loudest noise, because the loud noises seem to lead to the biggest ones, you know. Right, I'm going to try and do this very carefully. They're always sitting on a lid. They're always sitting on a lid. Little punks. Okay, right, I've managed to get the lid off. Come on my hand, come on. Why is it so dark there? There we go, lovely, that's much better, isn't it? Right, let's try and get it to sit on my hand. Come on. I don't think it wants to be free. See it? Oh. I don't know if you saw that, it jumped from my hand and landed on my shoulder. Oh dear, I don't think I'm going to get many close-up shots today, so yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying seeing them through this little container, because every time I open it they're gone. But I'll try and find one more, we'll see how we do. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm starting to think I might have been being a bit of a moron, because there seems to be two types of bugs around here. You've got the brown bigger ones, which seem to be crickets, and then you've got these like small green ones that seem to be grasshoppers. So I don't even know if crickets and grasshoppers are the same thing. I always thought crickets were crickets and then grasshopper was like a nickname because they hop through the grass. I mean, I might be right, I might be wrong, but either way, I've managed to find this very beautiful green grasshopper. I'm going to try my best to show you up close without it jumping away, but this has been an absolute nightmare. I found the first three very quickly. This fourth one has been a right pain in the butt to find. I almost grabbed a massive spider because there was a grasshopper that was trapped in a web. I didn't notice, went to grab it, and this massive spider was next to it, so I officially shit myself. But yeah, I managed to catch this little grasshopper. It is very, very quick though. It's not like the other ones, so I'm trying to show you up close. So let me adjust the camera a minute. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's an Amazon tripod. It's all right, but it's pretty hard to use. Everything seems a bit stiff. There you go. Do you see it? Oh, and it's gone. Oh dear. Well. Oh, flipping hell. Right, well, I think that's going to be it for today, Wolf and Wolfettes. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's going to be a bit of a mess to edit, you know, because I was walking all over the place in this forest trying to find different locations for the grasshoppers or crickets, whatever the hell you want to call them. But yeah, I've managed to find 4. Actually, I've probably managed to find about 200, but I've only managed to catch 4. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I think what we're going to be doing next is I think it will be squirrels, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be uploading that because I need to go to Yorkshire for that video, because I've recorded part of it in my area, but I need to record the second part of it in Yorkshire, so I don't want to upload part 1 until part 2 is also filmed as well, you know. So yeah, I think maybe a couple of weeks into the next episode, maybe next week, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching, Wolf and Wolfettes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. God, that spider scared the hell out of me. Like, share and join a pack today.